everyone. Welcome to our March Madness training Zoom for new distributors. I'm really excited about this. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but last month we had 99 new distributors, literally 99 distributors join the team. And so I thought it might be a good idea for us all to kind of get on the same page for this month, because you could have not signed at a better time in this business. And while there are a million resources on the internet, the team page, the training academy, the e-suite, I just want to give you some action steps to actually get your business going. So before I get into that, my name's Alyssa Bowman. If you're watching this, it's because you are someone in my downline. I am a presidential diamond. I've been with the company for a little over 6 years now. I joined when I was 22, had not tried the products, was working 2 jobs, was extremely shy, living in a town that I did not grow up in. And honestly, I joined to try the products and thought if I could make some extra cash while doing it, that's even better. And so I'm totally honest with you guys when I say I did not know what I was doing. And there's a lot of things that I did that I would never tell any of you to do. Like, I didn't know how to keep it simple. I didn't know anything. My sponsor was brand new and we were just figuring it out together. So if you get anything from this tonight, I just want you to hear that you can be successful without actually knowing that much. If you guys are already on this Zoom and you've already signed up, you know more than I did when I signed up. You have access to way more resources than I did when I signed up. But you can't let all of the learning and all of the information and all of the videos out there keeping you from doing the things that are actually going to make you money. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. First of all, I know some of you probably haven't watched the training videos on our team page yet. Please do that. They're really short. They're only a couple minutes long. It's just me talking. They're kind of awkward and there's really bad lighting, but just watch them to give you some of your first tasks for getting started. That is step 1. And once you've watched those, you should have some of your very first things done. You should have your first Facebook or Instagram post up, or both. You should have some of your first messages sent out to get some of your first 4 customers. And you should have a hundreds list or a dirt list formulated. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Make sure if you haven't watched those that you go through and watch it, because I'm not going to touch on all of the stuff that's in those videos right now, but it'll literally take you 24 minutes or less to go watch that, which is pretty crazy considering in 24 minutes you will have enough knowledge to go out and make $1 million if you want to. And I don't say that lightly, because you really can make $1 million in this company. So I'm really excited because I know so many of you have no idea what you have your hands on right now. You may have just totally joined on a whim. Some of you haven't tried the products. You have no idea that it's possible to make $100,000 a month in this business. You have no idea. You probably joined to make a little bit, and I'm telling you, this business can blow your mind. So I joined when I was 22. I promoted pretty quickly in the company. Like I said, I was working 2 jobs. I was working at a boutique, and I was also coaching club volleyball. And one of my old players is actually on here tonight, which is crazy. I was coaching club volleyball, and I actually joined probably around, yeah, there she is. I probably joined the company right after, a couple years after coaching her probably. But I was coaching club volleyball, and I jumped in. And so I was working this on my lunch breaks, working in the evenings. I remember my girls would be reffing games and I would be working from my phone. And in 7 months, I ended up replacing my income from both of my other jobs. Even working 6 days a week and weekends and nights, I replaced those incomes. Within a year, I ended up buying the store that I had been managing, all because of this business that I was working from my phone. So I had my store for 3 years, and I decided, you know what, I'm making more money here from social media and on my phone than I am spending what I felt like was my whole life at this store, paying for rent, paying for employees, paying taxes, inventory, and I was miserable. I was spending all of my money on this store, hoping it would eventually turn around, and I quickly realized, not quickly, it took me 3 years. I realized that online businesses are where it's at right now. If you think about Amazon, Facebook, all of these up and coming companies and businesses, and then you think about all of the companies that are having tens of thousands of people laid off every single year, we've got our hands on something good. And I finally realized that and went completely in with it works. And I was like, I'm going to make this work, and I'm going to find people that want to work it with me. And when I made that decision, I ended up selling my store, promoting to the level of presidential diamond, which I know most of you guys don't even know what that means, but that's okay. Becoming a top earner, and the rest is history. I've worked from home ever since. So everyone's journey looks totally different. I promoted really fast, and then I sat at that same level for a couple of years and then went for it. And some of you guys are going to promote slower, and one day you're going to look up and your business is going to be forever changed just because you stayed and you were consistent. And then again, some of you are just going to promote, and it's going to be a pretty uphill, awesome journey. But they all look different. And I want you guys to know that everyone on the Zoom, you guys are basically coworkers now. You are not in a competition. You are all at the same point. Most of you joined around the same time, and we're all here to cheer you on. Whether or not you are under someone, sidelines of someone, you're the upline of someone, we're all in this together. And anything that you could ever encounter in this business, someone has already done it. Someone has already overcome it. Whatever obstacles you face, whatever people tell you no, whatever family members aren't supportive of you, whatever, we've all been there. One of us has been there, and we've already overcome it. So the other thing I want you to get out of tonight is just staying connected, staying plugged into this team. You guys made a decision to do something a lot of people are not willing to do when you join this business. And so if you can stay connected to the other crazy people that decided to do something a little bit different, you will feel less crazy and you will feel more confident with sticking to it. Whenever I'm pouring into my team, whenever I'm looking at who I should help, who wants my attention, I look to see who's on the team page, who's on these Zooms, because I know those people are serious. Because this business is a lot mental. So if you're not surrounding yourself with other people that are confident in this business, you'll watch yourself just kind of get in all these slumps, and you'll start doubting yourself. So stay really involved. Stay involved with your sponsor. If your sponsor is not super active, or they're not getting you what you need, reach out to someone else. The wonderful thing about this company and this business and this team is that everyone wants everyone to do well. It's unlike any other job on the face of the planet. Like when I had my store, nobody cared if I made any money. Like literally nobody. My employees didn't. Only my parents maybe thought, as long as I was paying my bills, they were probably happy, but they didn't really care. In this business, we care. We want you to come ask for help. We want you to send us screenshots and get help with conversations. We want to see you on Zooms because we want to help you make money, because we know that's what helps you stick to the company. So, so that's my story and kind of what I want you to get out of this. Okay, so I'm going to just expand a little bit on staying in touch and being connected with your sponsor, because to me, this is where a lot of people fall short when they join. I tell every single person that joins me, and there are quite a few of you that are personally enrolled, I tell all of you to please blow up my phone. Please ask me a million questions. Please send me screenshots. Please stay in touch with me. I will be able to help you if I know what you need help with. But if I'm not hearing from you, I'm not going to come knocking on your door asking like, so are you working today? Are you messaging people? Our job is not to be your boss. And I don't want to ever be someone's boss. And if your leader's on here, or even if they're not, they don't want to be your boss, but I can tell you for 100% fact, they want you to be successful. But a lot of times we wait on you to come to us with your questions because we don't want to be a pest. So please blow up their phones, ask them tons of questions. And no question is too silly. I think I tell people that, and they also think it's only the big stuff. No, when someone asks you what you do, ask your sponsor, what do I say to that? When someone asks you, how much is it? Ask your sponsor, what do they say to that? Because even though those are little questions that you feel like you know how to answer, and you probably do, ask someone that's already signed, 10 customers. Ask someone that's already signed a distributor, how could I fix this? Or what should I say to get them to sign faster? A lot of our job is dealing with people's excuses. They don't have the money, they're too busy, they don't feel like a salesperson. There's a million excuses people will give you for not joining the business or not ordering the products. That's our job. So ask your sponsor, when someone gives you an excuse, ask them how to rebuttal that. Because a lot of people fall short and they say, someone will say, I'm too busy to do something like that. And they'll say, okay, well, let me know if anything changes. That doesn't help you at all, because they're not ever going to let you know ever, because they think they're too busy right now. And you just told them that now they need to be less busy to do it. So learn how to address those things. That's part of our job. And I also want you guys to think about how long it took you to say yes and what your hesitations were. And because I see too many people, it takes them 6 months to finally say yes. They have all of these skepticisms, they're nervous, they don't have the $99, and then they join, and then people start telling them, I don't have the money, I'm not ready, and you're really upset. And I'm like, okay, but let's think about it. Like, give people the same opportunity that someone gave you. And some of you were probably crazy like me, and maybe you jumped right in. Most people do not. Most people, it takes a couple days, weeks, months, or like Carly just said in the chat, years. I talked to her for 2 years. So you have to give people that same opportunity. So if someone gave you that and they offered you this gift over and over again for 6 months, a year, 2 years, be willing to do that for other people. Okay. Some of the people that forever changed my business didn't join for 3, 4 years. So, and some of them are still joining, and some of them are on this Zoom right now. So part of our job is, it's a numbers game. Keep offering the products and the opportunity. You guys already have enough information to make $1 million. Like I said, I know there's a lot of info, and I know you're going to be a little bit overwhelmed at times, but here's the deal. Whenever you feel stressed, we get paid to do 2 things: share the products, share the opportunity, and just repeat those things. And obviously there's tricks to learn along the way, and you can learn how to talk to people, but in essence, that's what we do. Share the products, share the opportunity, help people feel better, lose weight, have more energy, have better skin, and we help people pay off debt, pay for their groceries, help people stay home with their babies, okay? That's what we do. How awesome is that we get paid to help people with those things? And we can do it from our phone, we can do it from our pajamas, we can do it wearing a plaid robe, we can do it however we want to. So, okay. So I think that's the main stuff. I have 2 little tasks for y'all to do tonight, and then I have 2 people that we're going to jump on and just give you a really quick tip. But also, if you didn't realize, you're on Zoom right now, and Zoom is something that we use to do what we call power hours, where we all might jump on for an hour. We might have some tasks for you to do within the hour, or sometimes we just get on here and we just hang out and we message a little bit, we share post ideas that have been working for us. Sometimes we just drink wine and we laugh, like whatever your beverage of choice is. So if you ever see us post a power hour or anything that has to do with Zoom, you are welcome. A lot of times it's the same group of us, and we want to see as many of you on there as possible. It's a good way to ask questions. It's a good way to get help with conversations and just get new ideas and get inspired by people. So, okay, that's Zoom. So here's the 2 things that I want you to do tonight if you're watching. I want you to make sure you have your hundreds list, or at least a list of 25 to 50 people ideally. I know 100 sounds like a lot, and I had to do this when I started the business, and I think I got to about 80, and then I was like, mom's hairdresser, janitor of the shopping center. Like, I didn't even have people's names because I wasn't thinking big enough. I want you to go through your friends list, go through your inbox, go through your phone contacts, and put a name down. It doesn't have to be people you're comfortable with talking to today, but make that list. That list, to me, in my opinion, is one of the greatest things that you can do in this business. And if you don't do it, it's going to hold you back. You need that list. Your sponsor will help you make your way through that list. But y'all, even today, I still have a list. And every week I add people to my list and I contact people from my list. And it never changes in size. I've always got that list. So make it. I want you to make the list, 25 to 50 people, 100 if you can, and I want you to message your sponsor and tell them when you've done it, okay? Because that's going to show your sponsor, okay, that person is serious, let's go. And then the second thing I want you to think about and do is also tell your sponsor, like, your why you're going to do this, and I also would encourage you to tell them, like, what's going to stop you. Think about why you're doing it, and think about the things what's going to stop you from doing this? Is it your schedule? Are you too busy? Do you think that you're too shy? Do you think you don't have the network? Think about what's going to stop you, and then make a plan to not let that stop you. Ask your sponsor what you can do to start working on that specific thing right now. So tell them why you joined. Another way to think of this is tell them your short-term goal and tell them your long-term goal. Okay, think about the next 30, 60, 90 days. That's going to be your short-term goal. Maybe it's you want to, have a car payment paid for. Maybe your goal is bigger than that. Maybe you want to start paying for your mortgage in 90 days. Okay, people can do that too. Maybe you just want to pay for the products you want to use. Make a short-term goal so that you will push, that you will work with urgency, that you'll get off this Zoom, and that goal should make you want to message people tonight. And then make a long-term goal, okay? Maybe you want to pay off all your debt. Maybe you want to buy a boat. Maybe you want to tithe. Maybe you want to go on a mission trip. Whatever it is, make a longer-term goal. So we're looking a year, even 2 years down the road, because that goal is what's going to keep you in the business. You're going to set short-term goals and you're going to miss them. I can't tell you how many short-term goals I have missed in this business, and it's all been just fine. But you have to make the short-term goal to make you push and to make you urgently work and to be excited. You need the long-term goal to keep you pushing, even when sometimes you miss those short-term goals. So message your sponsor, let them know kind of what income you are looking for in the next 30 to 90 days. So that way they know kind of where you're at and how much they should push you, not push you like a boss, but push you like to make sure that they're helping you in the way that you need to be helped. So there's your 2 tasks for tonight. And if you want a bonus, you can also go through that hundreds list. Start marking people that are your dream team. Who are the people joining this business that you're like, if I could work with her, that would be so much fun. If I could travel to Florida twice a year for conferences, I would want a room with her. Or him, whatever. If I could go to coffee meetings, if I could get on Zooms and just keep in touch with this person, I would want to work with them. They're well-liked, they're positive. I love following them on social media. Whatever it is, mark those people down. That's going to be your dream team. Those are going to be the first people that your sponsor is going to help you reach out to about joining the business. So yes. Okay. So I'm going to bring on really quick. I have Candace, who is one of our diamonds and amazing, and she looks adorable in her little It Works hat. She is going to just give you one of her favorite tips for newbies.
Okay. Hey guys, one of my top tips for newbies is to not count anybody out. While you're making your list, be sure that you're writing people down that you even think that don't need this business, because you would be really surprised that the ones that you think don't need it or that you think won't want it are the very ones who will need it or want it. So that's just mine.
I love it. I love it. I agree. Some of the people that you think are too successful or they're too, we make these excuses for them and we don't actually offer it to them. Let them tell you no, because the sooner they tell you no, the sooner they're going to come back around and say yes in a couple weeks or in a couple months. So love it. And then we have Camille, who's a triple diamond. She's going to give you guys one of her tips. There you are.
How did you unmute? Okay. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I really have kind of 2 top tips, and the one tip that I was going to give, Alyssa went over a lot, so I'll just... No. It's staying plugged in. Like she said, stay plugged in with your sponsor on team pages. On these Zooms are amazing. We have corporate calls on Sunday nights. And we have things, what you'll probably see a lot, it'll say OTOM, which is one team, one mission. We have trainings all over the country. People put them on all the time. Like, we have a corporate calendar. Ask your sponsor. They can tell you there are a lot of things that you can get plugged into in your area. You can meet other people in your area that, do the same thing that you can connect with. So anyway, I won't talk a whole lot about that since she did. So my other tip is you have to become a professional asker. You have to learn to ask in this business. Posting is important. You have to post, Facebook, social media. Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media platform, whatever you're doing, but you have to message people. And if you don't, someone else will. I learned that the hard way. I had a, well, I won't go into all that, but I'm just going to tell you.
If you want.
Huh?
You said you can if you want.
Okay, well, I'll tell you real quick. I had a girl who I had known forever. Our kids grew up together. She was my loyal customer for years. I never asked her if she wanted to be a distributor. I never asked her if she wanted to join the business with me. And one day out of the blue, she texted me. She was like, hey, I was just going to let you know I canceled my account today, and I signed up with another girl who's been begging me to do this. And she was like, I really needed money to make money for for my kids who are about to go to college. And she said, she's been begging me and I really need the money. So I joined her. I canceled with you. And I'm like, y'all, I was sick, like cried sick. I was so mad at myself, but it was my fault because I never, ever, ever offered her this opportunity. We have a gift. It is a huge, wonderful gift to give to people, and people need this business. And so you have to ask. I'll just leave it at that. That's my biggest tip.
I mean, that was awesome, but also, hurt my heart for you. But I think we've all been there. And you're right. Like, you just have to ask because you don't know who needs it. And social media is deceiving. And I think a lot of times social media keeps us from reaching out to people because we think they've got it all together. But the truth is, a lot of us that joined looked like we had it together and we still joined. So who are we not to offer this to other people? Because you just don't know. And the other thing is, like, reaching out to people, following up with people, continuing to beg them to join. That's showing that you believe in them. And so I never feel bad following up with someone, because think about how nervous you were to join and to say yes. By someone following up with you and saying, I still want to work with you. Like, every time they plant that seed, it builds their confidence. So that's why I don't ever hesitate reaching out to someone about what I do anymore, because number one, I know it might be what they need. It might be a gift that they've been looking for. It might be an answered prayer that they've been praying that I don't even know. But I don't know. I forgot number two. Number one's important enough. Okay, so just so that we can wrap this up quickly, are you guys cool if I give some social media tips? I know not everyone wants to build on social media, but for new distributors, I got I got a thumbs up and half a head nod, so I feel good. I'm just going to do it. I can only see 5 people, so it's fine. Okay, so just really quick, there are tons of tips about social media on the team page. And here's the thing. Not everyone wants to do social media. Some of you should do more face-to-face. If you can get in front of people, if you can have coffee with people, if you can pick up the phone and call people, some of you will be amazing at that. And you should do that if that's a strength of yours. But in my opinion, everyone should at least tap into social media a little bit, because social media puts the whole world at your fingertips. So for those of you that are like, I have a really small network, or I only have a few followers on Instagram or whatever. Okay, I didn't even have an Instagram when I started. I just knew I wanted to work on social media, so I figured it out. And I watched YouTube videos and I did research and I figured out how to use it. But social media can be a powerful tool for you. So I want to give you just a few tips for getting started with it. Number one, consistency is way more important than perfection. If you have not made your first post yet, stop overthinking it. Keep it really vague. It could literally be, started something new today, can't wait to pay off debt and, make money from my phone. It doesn't have to be this long drawn out thing about every product that we offer. It doesn't have to include it works and how much it was to join and that you're looking for people to join with you. Just put the post up. Just do it, because there's not one post that is going to make you $1 million. And if there is, please share it with the group, because I have not found it in 6.5 years. I would love that. But it's all about consistency. You don't have to annoy your friends and family. Truth is, people only see like 10% of what you post anyways. So it's going to take quite a few posts to annoy your friends and family, like 100 for them to see 10. So you're good. But keep it personal, keep it real. You don't have to copy and paste. You can get inspired from other people on the team, but make it your own. Be a storyteller. That's what people want to see on social media, okay? If you're already posting a ton of pictures of your dogs or your kids or food that you make, you can still incorporate that into the business. just signed up a customer while I made this fabulous keto recipe, you know, walking the dogs while I'm talking to a potential customer. You can tie this business into what you're already doing. You don't have to become a totally different person on social media just because you're now an It Works distributor, okay? So social media is basically your window display, but a lot of the transactions are going through Messenger. Okay, so social media will sometimes drive people to your inbox, but a lot of what we do is going to be reaching out to people. So use your own captions, share personal photos as much as you can. Stop sharing things a lot. If you have a page that's full of like memes and recipes and videos, again, keep it clean. This is now your window display. You're a business owner and social media is your storefront. And then again, people don't want to join your team. They don't want to spend $99. They don't want to sell things. People don't join this business because you post about growing your team or whatever. They join it because they see the potential to pay for their groceries. They see that you're excited about something new. They see that you're going places, that you have goals. People join you for that reason. They don't join you just about joining your team and stuff. So be real and be vulnerable. Share why you almost didn't join the business. Share why you did join the business. Talk about how long it took you to join the business. That is stuff that people relate to. Okay, just be honest. Whatever's on your thought about this business, that's what you post about. Okay, and you say it in your own voice and in your own words. Take what other people post, but tweak it and make it your own. People want to see you on your social media accounts. So that's just really, really basic social media tips. Again, we share stuff a lot on the team page with social media. You don't have to be perfect at it all. You don't have to know it all. You will learn as you go. I still see some of my old posts in my time hop, and they were really bad, like really bad posts that I made. And y'all, I still went triple diamond in 7 months. So a lot of it, again, just came down to I wasn't just posting. That was just, my posts were bad, but I was doing a lot of other stuff. I was putting the wrap on people. I was talking to people about the products. I did not want to do parties. I hated parties, but I did a party anyways. Like I was doing things in addition to my awful Facebook posts. My Facebook posts were just a way to show people that I was excited. So last but not least, nobody thinks they're going to be like this crazy success story. Probably none of you are sitting there thinking, this is going to be the thing that makes me $1 million. I'm going to be like that girl and I'm going to work from home and I'm going to walk across stage. And nobody thinks that when they join, and nobody thinks it before they join. Okay. Maybe you're in and you've been in long enough to be able to see yourself standing on stage or, you know, making $1 million, whatever, but you're normal. Okay. Nobody knows how they're going to get from today to that point. Okay. There's going to be all sorts of crazy things in between here and there. You just have to decide that this is it. This is the company for you, that you believe in it, that you're excited, that you love working with the people on the team. Because if you trust it, you trust the process, and you trust what I'm saying right now when I say ask for help and stay plugged in and get connected, and you'll get there if you're willing to ask and if you're willing to learn, you will get there, okay? Nobody knows what that path is going to look like. So you just have to trust it. And eventually, you know, I have confidence in all of you because I've seen what the business does. Camille has been in long enough that she knows the business. She trusts the business. She knows that any one of you could go out and make $1 million. Candace, like, I mean, there's tons of people on here that have been in for years that we have so much confidence in the business that even on our bad days, we still believe in it. And you guys will get there, but you've got to stick to it. And you have to decide that this is it. I'm going to be willing to learn. I'm going to treat it like any other job in the world where I'd have to go through a training and I'd have to kind of figure out what works best for me. And you will get there and you will get better as long as you're willing to learn. So some of you guys on the Zoom, by the end of the year, some of you are going to be making $2,000, $5,000, $10 a month. I truly believe that to my core, that some of you on the Zoom that are brand new are going to change your life over the next few months. And I truly think that 1 or 2 of you are going to get off this Zoom and you're never going to do a single thing ever again. And I hope and I pray that that is not the case. And you guys can look at everyone else in the little boxes and you can try to figure out who those people are going to be, but don't let it be you. Someone is going to give up before they even try. Someone's going to give up in 30 days because they didn't make $1 million. Don't be that person. Be the person that trusts that this business will work if you work. And get to work. Get off the Zoom, send your sponsor your hundreds list, send them your goals, and then make your list of who are your first 4 customers going to be. Go get them. Go ask people to do you that favor. Ask them to try the products with you, especially if you haven't tried them. You're going to need other people trying the products with you, so that way you can talk about them. That way you can say, I haven't tried that, but my mom has. I haven't tried that, but my friend, so-and-so had these results. You need those 4 loyal customers, okay? And you're offering them an amazing deal on the products. So go do those 2 things. Send them to your sponsor. Stay plugged in. Get on Zooms. Come have fun with us. We are a good time. We are an awesome team. And I'm not just saying that. I feel like, and I think a lot of the leaders would agree, that you guys are pretty lucky to get to work with us. But that's really all that I had. I haven't really paid attention to the chat, so I'll get to questions here in a little bit. But that's all I had for y'all tonight, and I tried to keep it short. I feel like 30 minutes was good because we started a few minutes late.